Hello and welcome to episode 1 of my modular double O gauge layout video series. Anyway, this is going to be a overview of the track plan, as I will briefly go over what I have so far. The idea is they're going to be split into 4 different boards. There's going to be some 2x4s, and well, they're all going to be 2x4, so it's going to be 4 foot wide, be 2 foot in width, and they're going to go either like lengthways or widthways. As you can see on the diagram, the 2 orange ones are going to be the ones that are going to go from end to end, and the other ones are going to go lengthways, which are going to be these ones. That's why they're grey. But the idea is they're supposed to be about, and what you have is you're going to have the third radius and fourth radius here, or second and third. I can't remember which one these are. That's a radius 2. And that's it. Yeah, second and third radius, that was it. I don't want to do a first radius because I know that a lot of my locomotives won't survive it unless I use just tank engines on it. But what I've got so far is you come into the station, so you've got 2 platforms. You've got to cross over here if you need to swap the train out, or if you want to swap tracks if you're running one single train. And then you come off here and you've got the sheds where they can either keep locos or it might be where the rolling stock's kept. But the idea is all of this is supposed to be isolated onto one board. Then the curves will be isolated onto another board on both ends, and then this one will have something else. I don't know whether to add anything to this board as it's running around. Like maybe there might be a little shed here where there's a turntable, and that's where the locals stay, and this can be like the carriage shed or what. This might be iteration 1, which I will go over the actual concept. I've already pre-built the actual boards themselves, which they will be revealed in episode 2, which will be coming later on in the coming week. And I've put the track down on them, so the basic concept of what you see now is on them. They've been wired up, but now it's just deciding whether this is going to be the final iteration now it's been put into actual production, or whether I might alter the third board 3, because this is board 1, board 2, board 3, board 4, and they've all got markings underneath, so I know which one's which. I might end up removing some of this and then adding another siding, and maybe adding on like a turntable with like a roundhouse or something like that. It depends how this feels in actual like practice. I have run this layout at least once so far with just the outer radius running. Both the outer and the inner radius is actually working, and the beauty is if done correctly, I should be able to take board 1 and board 3 and just push them together, which I have actually done to test if it will work with just 2 boards if you want just a round circle for testing, and it does actually work. So in episode 2, you will see the boards, and then probably episode 3 will be like me showing off how the wiring works. Episode 4 will probably be the entire layout together, but then there's no Scenics on it currently. And then 5, 6, 7, however many episodes this takes, you'll see that the boards get painted. Maybe we'll do some static grass or some like hill molding and various things. I mean, this plan might then end up change again, depending on how I feel. If I find that there's more I want to add to it, then I can. If I want to, say, maybe take board 4 out, I can. And then I can add another board in and change it entirely. Because I did pre-build a one of those Metcalf 2 roads viaducts, but that's not going to be on this board particularly at the minute because I haven't built any sort of like board that's got the lower bit for it to actually sit in. But I have got more boards, like, because I'm using 9mm ply and things like that. I've got more of that. So I might build a second board where I can swap it out from time to time. Like we might have the station, but then we might have the viaducts in, but then maybe another board will be something else. It depends. That's the beauty of modular. You've not got one flat board and you're stuck like that. But yes, anyway, that is so far what the track plan looks like. You'll see more of what it actually looks like in person when it's all set up. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.